Are you sick of your shitty managers and ready to boss up as an entrepreneur and take control of your financial freedom? Well, I have a 5-step course that's guaranteed to get you nowhere but in debt. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. How often are we scrolling on social media and come across posts of attractive people bragging about how much money they make as an entrepreneur, investing in this commodity or product that makes them untold riches with minimal effort? They always seem to be traveling somewhere and doing work on a beachfront or in a garden at places that cost a fortune to visit. They display themselves as grossly successful with no real receipts and use social media as a powerful tool for smoke and mirrors. You'll often see them in places that we only see in brochures, doing things that we could never dream of being able to afford, and all seemingly to the same background music. Then you have others who ride the coattails of these sorts in generating content that worships these types of people and the wealthy in general. Sometimes even going as far as offering classes where you too can generate wealth and success like these said people without having any real indication on whether their success is legitimate or not. And the chances are overwhelming that it is not. Now I want to address a few basic cliches. First off, I don't know about you, but I fucking hate flying. I could drive anywhere on earth. Travel by ship is a distant alternative, but flying is the bane of my existence. We see people on social media posting all the times, pictures and videos of wings and skylines talking about travel vibes or this is my office for the day. Fuck that, I can barely hear anything because my ears are popped, I'm claustrophobic and I'm constantly on the brink of shitting my pants with an anxious gut. Next is the facade of entrepreneurship equaling a glamorous lifestyle that seems to involve more play than work. And that couldn't be farther from reality when you're trying to run a business that makes any kind of meaningful income. One of my side hustles involves contracting to a yacht manufacturer as a media producer, where I go to coastal locations for their boat shows on a yearly basis and shoot their new yachts and powerboats. Yes, they put me up in really nice rooms and beach house properties, but when I'm there, I don't have time to play. I'm not thinking about martinis or the beach or hitting up the local nightclub when I have strict deadlines for clients who want their shit an hour ago. Of course, I can take some me time and do some touring and check out some places, but instead I use that time to network and demonstrate to new prospective clients so I can potentially build up new clientele and get more bookings. I can't do that if I'm laid up on a beach or if I'm getting wasted at the club, especially if I'm there on somebody else's dollar, right? If I'm there and I'm not paying for it at all, I should take full advantage and use that opportunity to network and build more clientele while I'm out there. Next is automated labor. T-shirt printing machines, 3D printers for anything plastic, digital mining hardware, just to name a few, are all things that are displayed as easy passive income for that work smart, not hard entrepreneur. Except it costs a fortune and still requires all the elements you would need to run a successful business like sales, marketing, e-commerce, and logistics. And unfortunately, what a lot of people miss is that by the time they become aware of this new business prospect that promises you easy passive income at minimal effort, you're already entering in a saturated field, and by the time you've come up and running, you're already way behind the curve. I spent thousands on printers for posters and other merch years ago and still have yet to break even, leading to my next point: luck. Consider this. Why is Michael Kors such an expensive and widely sought after brand? It's not because he made some revolutionary product, but because he had all the right R's. Right product, right look, right name, right distribution to the right person with the right megaphone pointed at the right audience, and poof, now you have millions happily overpaying on apparel that bears a name that everyone simply agrees has value, even though it's literally just a name. Conceptually, it's the same as paying hundreds of dollars over what a given bag or clutch is worth simply for the air that's within it. My point is that success involves a huge degree of luck if you're not already rich, well-connected, or buried in debt. Now, this next part is going to come off as uncomfortable to some of you, but it needs to be said. Not all of us can be our own boss. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. It's important to take a good look in the mirror and ask yourself all the right questions before subjecting yourself to the tortures of trying to get a business off the ground in today's market. And they should go as follows. Am I just being lazy? Let's keep it real. A lot of us want to start a business in hopes of developing a passive income on a short term so we don't have to work anymore. We used to call this get rich quick. We often become enamored with the prospects of entrepreneurship, influenced by those attractive people who are clearly on vacation, wading through clear ocean water on a white sand beach, talking about their easy methods to financial freedom. Chances are that you're seeing these people during your downtime while you're scrolling through social media on your lunch break or at home, intrigued by the idea of being able to do just that on a long-term basis without having to worry about your bills. And if that's what you're looking for, this isn't for you. Do I have the right work ethic to run a business? A lot of people want to own their own businesses, but they can't even hold a regular job because they are, in fact, that lazy, shitty worker. If you're that person that makes a micromanager's job relevant, this isn't for you. Am I on a coffee high? Have you ever had a good night's sleep and then woke up to that cup of coffee made just right? making you ultra motivated to get all kinds of stuff done and to commit to all sorts of things. But then later find yourself thinking of ways to roll them back because the high is over now and you realize you were just in the moment. If this is a regular occurrence, this isn't for you. How well do I take rejection? Because you'll get that a lot. If you're already an introvert on anxiety medication because you can barely put up with your own shadow, this isn't for you. Am I prepared to make little to no money and possibly even take on debt? Every business requires investments of all sorts. Legal establishment, production equipment, ad buys, bookkeeping, and the list goes on. This has never been more expensive, and prospects of net profits in the beginning of your business are slim to negative, where you may find yourself having to take out loans to get you through the quarter or through the next pay cycle. If dabbling in these sorts of things aren't your cup of tea, this isn't for you. Do I get bored easy? Boredom is taboo in the business. You're not even allowed to acknowledge that you're bored in any facet of the workplace. But that endeavor you decided to undertake under the influence of social media can prove to be not as vibrant as the picture that they paint for you, and there's potentiality that you may get bored. Now, what I don't want for you is to confuse boredom with laziness. In fact, bore-out is a significant factor in today's labor shortage and needs to be addressed by employers if they want to retain good help, instead of sweeping it under the rug and labeling it laziness. I cover this topic on a video you can check out after this one. With that said, if you're the type of person that gets bored easily, making it a gamble to commit to things, this isn't for you. Will my pride get in my way? It's so easy to feel too proud to believe that your product or service isn't unique and that it won't sell itself. Shutting yourself off to important aspects of running a business like opposition research and SEO, blindly believing that you'll stand out on your own and grow by word of mouth. I promise you that whatever your endeavor is, it is not unique. And if you shut yourself off to this, this isn't for you. Am I capable of being an asshole? Comment below if you know what I'm talking about. If you want to be successful, we can't be the nice person that we'd all like to be, and that's just a fact. Being direct and able to say no means all the difference on whether your business sinks or swim, and it starts with family and friends. Being aggressive and direct is essential if you want to break into a saturated market. Your ability to give rejection should equal your ability to take rejection. With that said, if you're a yes person and struggle to say no, this isn't for you. Now, I don't want you to misunderstand the intentions behind this video. This video isn't intended to discourage you from pursuing your dreams of being an entrepreneur or business owner, but to cast a light on the elements that these influencers and charlatans leave out in an effort to extract money and clout out of you for their own personal gain one way or the other. They won't tell you that you'd have to commit more time than you ever have to any other job with no days off. They won't tell you that the markets are saturated with millions of others trying to do exactly what you're trying to do. They won't tell you that storefronts have never been less relevant in today's economy. They won't tell you that breakups and divorce are quite common with business owners. They won't tell you that your great idea already has 12 patents from a large company that has yet to make a single release. They won't tell you that even celebrities with all their fame, money, and following fail at their startups. They won't tell you that you will operate at a loss for a really long time before you see any profits, if ever. And they certainly won't tell you that you may become the boss that you've left jobs over if you're not smart about your approach with employees. If you even get that far. Entrepreneurship is risky business, and you deserve to have the full picture on the subject so you can make an informed decision on what could be the rest of your life. What are your thoughts on this topic? Leave your comments in the section below, and please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And as always, thanks for watching. Peace.